Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the Babbler. That is me on this evolutionary uprise of a high rise at this time. So excited is I that I ended up doing the wish list that I share here, and my soul bro ended up getting me a new deck that is so beautiful here, and it is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, right? So of course, before turning on the camera to record, I, was cleansing my new cards and just getting myself familiar with these beautiful cards. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. Like, they're so beautiful. I am really excited about this Spirit Animal deck because I work very closely with spirit animal wisdoms. Like, I'm always shown spirit animals. It's one of the things I also see and just resonate with, like, on some like amazing views that I've been shown. Hold on, it's just I was trying to like move this out of the way so it didn't like fall. So while I was shuffling and while I was cleansing the cards and stuff like that, I listened to Spirit's call. So I decided to pull one card for the masculine divine and one card for the female divine, right? Divine feminine, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine. And then while I did that, my Heart of the Faerie Oracle also called out to me, and I pulled one card for the divine masculine and one card for the divine feminine. And then I was like, okay, and just like, receiving the messages and stuff like that. And then it hit me. And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, this is interesting. So for the divine masculine, for the Spirit Animal Oracle card, I pulled Rhino's Spirit. Look how beautiful, right? My soul bro loves me because these cards are beautiful. So this card says overcome any obstacle, right? And then, right, for the Heart of the Faerie Oracle, I pulled for the divine masculine the Fairy of Youth card, which is, I love these cards too, and these cards are beautiful as well. These are one of my favorites. I carry these around with me a lot, right? And then, interesting enough, that I realized this card is 50, number 5. This card is number 32, equaling 5. 5 and 5. Here. Beautiful, right? So then, for the divine feminine, I pulled Sandpiper Spirit, which is card 51, which is interesting. It says be playful, which is interesting that the Fairy of Youth is here for the divine masculine card. It's interesting. I have yet to read what this card represents yet, so we're going to learn this together. Then, for the Heart of the Faerie Oracle, I pulled the 11 Knight, which is card 15. But reverse those numbers. You got 1 5 5 1 1 5 1 5 6 6. So you got 5 5 6 6. Then you got 15 15 or 51 51, however you want to look at this. So I'm like, oh my, like, you can't make this shit up. And it's just interesting because the 11 Knight in the Heart of the Faerie Oracle is representation of the masculine energies, the consort of the queen. And then it's just interesting that for the masculine card, the Fairy of Youth is more of a feminine energy, a reminder of like just the enthusiasm, limitless ability, and positive expectations to have. And it's just like this card represents the importance of perception, like, because it's so easy to get lost in the adult realm of existence, of responsibility, and just, adulthood, that you forget to to loosen up a little bit, right? So it's just so interesting that this is the cards that were pulled from 2 different decks, each kind of like gifting to its counterpart the opposite energy that is needed for them at this time. So it's saying, you know, for the female divine feminine, be playful, which she probably is or loosening up to too. And then you have the rhino spirit here and the advice of the fairy of youth. So beautiful. So I'm going to read each one and then just see, and then try to keep this message as short as can be. So you have the rhino spirit and the fairy of youth. And I am going to read the rhino spirit card for the divine masculine energies at this time. Take what resonates and let go what does not. Overcome any obstacles. So the message for the divine masculine at this time. And let's not forget that Neptunian energies of releasing all boundaries that one might impose on themselves. Like, I want to bring that back up because I know that I posted a video earlier for the divine feminine that kind of got cut off towards the end, that was offering some just, you know, words of encouragement, advice, and just awareness for them to see of whatever, you know, blockages or openings of portals that they should meditate on and bring out into being, for, you know, love is freeing. So let's be mindful that that's the kind of energies that are right now out there, you know, energetically like floating about and influencing many of, you know, of our lives, whether we're conscious of it or not. So the rhino spirit for the divine masculine, the oracle message. We always have the choice to press ahead. And rhino spirit strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This animal spirit knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. When rhino spirit appears, you are reminded that you have a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in multiple ways. By going around them, shattering them with the force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Sometimes, you know, especially like for the divine masculine, they get so caught up in their head and their mental swords that, you know, might prick away or cause, you know, stagnation in any kind of way. So apply your rhino spirit with creativity, and no obstacle can stand, for you have magic to make and many ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome right now. Rhino spirit also wants to remind you that when an obstacle appears to prevent you from getting what you desire today, it means that something much better is coming. Keep that in mind when you consider the nature of the obstacle in front of you right now. Great Spirit loves you so much and only wants the best for you. Protection message. The appearance of an obstacle in front of you offers you a choice. Barrel into it and bang your head, or find your easiest way around it and don't fight it. You know, the more you fight, the more you resist, the more it persists. Are you exhausted by your own efforts to break through an obstacle or to deny it? Are you stubbornly insisting that there is only one way to remove it from your path? Rhino Spirit is here to tell you that sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes it is no, not yet. And sometimes it is no, not the way you think it should be. Open to new possibilities and you will find other options begin to appear. Not every conflict is worth engaging in, and not every obstacle is worth resisting head on. Don't waste energy banging your head against the wall. The Fairy of Youth is here to offer you some insight too of just the energy that you can channel into you to help you remove whatever obstacle you think you have standing in your way. The Fairy of Youth is positive in every kind of way, and is a reminder that you should feel and have that kind of faith of expecting positive expectations and having positive, like, just thoughts about the whole entire thing of whatever obstacle you think you're standing in the midst of at this time. Sometimes it's important to see things through the youthful eyes of this fairy. As we grow older, we tend to lose the sense of wonder that we had as children. Children often believe that anything is possible. Okay? And so to get into that mindset of like a child's mind, anything is possible. Everything is possible for those that believe. The point is, we didn't know we could do it until we looked at the situation the way that a child can look at a situation. Sometimes a child doesn't see the obstacles that we bring forth into like awareness or consciousness, because we're so busy like looking for the obstacles in every kind of way. So when you look at a child who doesn't see those kind of things, it's like kind of like advising you to get into that spirit of that childlike wave of before people told you couldn't do it this way or it can't be done. Like, what faith as a child that you have before conditioning took hold and like grabbed you like a chokehold. Okay, when we look at things with a sense of wonder and put aside our preconceived ideas about limitations, we find that we can do far more than we thought we could. This applies to everyone. Okay? Approach things with youthful enthusiasm and a child's assumption of limitless ability. And you may find that you too can do things you never imagined possible. Why limit yourself? For you are a limitless, infinite, wonderful, like expansive soul. So that is the message taking hold for the masculine divine. And I think it's just so beautiful. 555 transformation time. So that is like absolutely amazing. And I just want to like get into that spirit of things, like, to be mindful of how liberating and freeing believing and removing whatever limiting view you might be conditioned to see or view or be. Jump into the spirit of this childlike and be free to think for yourself outside of the box that you have put yourself in. Win-win. So now moving on to the divine feminine message at this time. So we receive Sandpiper Spirit. Look how beautiful these cards are. Like, they're gorgeous. I want to say thank you to Miss Soul Bro for this wonderful gift. It is absolutely amazing. Thank you. Now I have to remove this from my Amazon wish list because this was on there. I think so. So I have to. So please, if like you were on a gifting spree, these cards I do not no longer need. Spirit Animal Oracle Guidebook by Colette Baron Reed. So I think Reed. I hope I said the name right. But yeah, these cards are absolutely stunning. Like, whoa. So let me turn to the page. The Sandpiper Spirits along with the 11 Knights. That's right, we're taking flight. Hope you see that there. Alrighty, card 51. This is amazing. So thankful. Alrighty, so for the Divine Femme, be playful. Oracle message. Sandpipers are like cute little clowns. I'm laughing because I'm a cute little clown. Poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. Oh, they are water creatures in every kind of way. That's exciting today for this feminine divine spirit. And remember, I speak about feminine, masculine. Just remember this. I like to always reiterate on this because don't get it twisted, because sometimes we can be female and be charged up in the masculine divine energy. and vice versa. So it's wherever you find yourself falling in the spectrum of wherever it is that you are on your own evolutionary like alignment at this time. Sometimes, like, you know, too, I have to check myself, like, you know, because sometimes I might be or feel more masculine or feminine, you know, like, you know, just sometimes, you know, even though I'm overly emotional, and some people might say, you know, that's just like, you know, my feminine kind of ways, but still, like, at the end of the day, we are androgynous by nature, even though we occupy a gender on this vessel, on these lands, on a whole inner spectrum, we are divine embodiments of source. Source is all. We are one, which is both masculine and feminine and so many other things in between, but still, you get what I mean. Okay, so sandpipers are like cute little clowns poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of sandpiper spirit is a sign that now is the time to engage with your playfulness. Whatever tasks you have before you, perform them with the lightness of being. Explore the familiar, discovering the new and the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun. Sandpiper spirit's happy and curious nature can help you to feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. And I think that this is good too, coming into the transitional time of these energies, like, you know, especially with the Piscean waters and stuff like that, that have been a major influence in dampening heaviness to the energetic playing field, period, for the whole collective, you know, because we are one. So, you know, especially for those that are just like highly in tune and sensitive, like, you know, whether you are affected directly by the collective energy stream or not, you know, we tap into a lot of these kind of things. So it can be a heavy time just, you know, collectively, and, you know, to now lighten up. I even spoke about this earlier today with someone that part of my lesson that's coming into play for me is not taking things so personal in every kind of way, especially when other people I'm gonna kick your ass, especially when other people want to chime in or say things like, you know, and it's just a matter of, you know, the perception or the placement that I am in, or, you know, triggers, we're triggered in some kind of way to react and always take things, you know, some type of way when somebody has something to say. And, you know, it's, and to get into that conscious awareness, like, too, of just like, you know what, let me be mindful too, for me to not be able to react in to such a degree to getting back into that that lightheartedness, you know, that jolly, that joy, that happy, that place, that alignment that centers me with absolute grace. Like, you know, I truly want to be joyful and happy all the time. That makes me feel good. This is just me speaking for myself. I can only speak for myself. But, you know, we all have our parts to play in so many different degrees and different lights and stuff like that. So one of mine is humor and joy. That's what I bring to any place or establishment that I come into. Like, I am a joy to be around. So when my spirit gets dampened or heavy or anchored in some kind of way, whether I'm picking it up empathically or I'm going through my own triggers in that kind of rain of day, you know, to intentionally shift myself out of that funk, you know, sometimes it requires a huge effort on my part. So this energy, like even this morning, I woke up joyful. You know, but if I'm mindful and if I'm conscious of the effort that I put into this shift, you know, no matter what triggers that exist around that I work through, feel through, heal through, deal with, you know, I put in the work. for the last, like, let's say 3 or 4 days straight, I've been dancing consistently. That shifts your energy. Feel like, whoa. But I'm not talking about just dancing. I'm talking about intentional dancing, intentional shifting, intentional salt bathing, intentional waking up. And now, oh my gosh, I gotta show you the plate I'm painting. You know, getting into my creative space, that makes me feel great. Blogging, doing these videos, you know, communicating, social network, social mediaing, I call it, you know, or doing all the things that align with me, in spirit of me, makes me feel with glee. So, you know, the intentions that we set to shift our energies and the work that we put in is worth every ounce of joy that you experience for yourself. That, you know, no external force or energy can come in like a tsunami and come and try to be like, let me knock you off your little damn pedestal. No, you don't. I'm sandpipering these waves because I'm playful in every kind of way. You can go away with that energy that you're trying to spew my way, and you go work on yourself today. Okay, that kind of thing, you know. So I just think that that's beautiful. So, protection message: when your heart is heavy, look, it's like Sandpiper know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. And if oh my god, I'm gonna post this picture that I have saved on my phone on my blog. Check out my blog, enchantingbible.blogspot.com, because there's this picture that I saved that the picture itself says too stinking cute, and it's a bird that actually looks like this. So, you know, it's just the synchronicities of life and just like how everything goes into full alignment. I swear I'm going to post this picture as soon as I'm done with this recording, because it's just, wait till you see the picture. I got it from Pinterest, and I hadn't posted it yet on my blog. I was waiting, like, I don't know, like, you know, I post so many things, I share so many things, I just didn't get the opportunity to yet. Now I see why, because I needed to go and meet the sandpiper. Hello, cute little guy. There's this picture, and I even saw it earlier today, that I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute. I said it, I didn't show it to the person that I was with, but I was on that element of, I guess it's a sandpiper. Goodness, that's how this happens. So pay attention to the synchronicities and just the things that come. Oh my god, I just saw toot 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 toot. Oh my, this is amazing. So, protection message: when your heart is heavy and life seems to weigh you down, Sandpiper Spirit's message is to lighten your burden by finding joy and humor in the everyday. Become like a playful child, which is also like the message and the reminder for the divine masculine, okay? Like a playful child filled with curiosity and wonder, and soon you will find you feel your own spirit lift. A few minutes or hours of fun-filled delight is exactly what you need right now. Enjoy the ridiculousness of life and be willing to jump in. Let your inner goof out to express itself with abandon. So it's beautiful that both of the divine masculine and the divine feminine are being encouraged to get loose, get more playful. You know, and if you can do it together, do it together. Look, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh my god, I love this. 5, 5, 5, and then 6, 6, 6. Okay, so it's just, you know, and then the numbers are like going up. They're growing, which is beautiful. You know, like, you know, just think about it. Like when you team up and partner together for the greater good of the whole, you feel better. Instead of, you know, picking at each other, or like, you know, allowing, you know, previous behavioral patterns of conditioning or fear-based thinking, or just, you know, just conditioned ways and views that are out of alignment with your right now, that you find that is what causes the stagnation or just like the bumping of the heads. Like, you know, when you partner together and instead find the harmony that exists within one another, you see that you complement one another in such a beautiful way. It's like so absolutely beautiful. So the 11th night is about enchantment, the call of the fairy, and it's the call to leadership. You know, the rhino spirit, like I think about just, you know, that stubbornness and the male and the divine masculine energy thing, and then you have the divine feminine here that's being called to this leveling of leadership, and it's ruled by a masculine card who is the consort of the queen, which is very interesting. The energy that you can draw, this energy can draw you deeper into the world beyond our own. So it's kind of like the harnessing of like both